What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. My name is Chris, and you might be like, what the heck are we doing on the highway? That's not beta. Well, I'm heading over to my destination right now, which is one of the most dangerous roundabouts in Michigan, according to this random website that I'm showing you now. And I wanted to check this out because we're on beta 10.12.2, and in my experience, the roundabout behavior of this build is just phenomenal. Especially compared to older builds. I have found one roundabout so far that it still doesn't do very well, but beyond that I have, I don't know, 7 or 8 I've tried now that it pretty much handles perfectly. So we're gonna head over there. I did make one video about this a long time ago, and the car did terribly. I tried to record another video about this roundabout not that long ago, a few months, but I didn't get it out in time, and there was a new update that had come out, so I decided just not to post the video because it's kind of weird to post an old software version, when a new one has come out. So, especially when it doesn't do a good job and you're kind of ragging on it. So anyway, we now seem to be doing a lot better on roundabouts, and I do get some people sometimes asking to see highway driving, even though it's not really part of beta. So we'll fast forward through this and we'll get to where we're going and see how beta can handle this dangerous roundabout. All right, so now we're into beta mode here. Beta is doing a good job exiting the highway, getting into this left turn lane, which I don't know what the next maneuver is. I guess technically it's a left. Wow, hopefully. So I set this point specifically so the first time we go through the roundabout, it'll kind of go all the way around. Hopefully beta, as we get closer, I've noticed it's been kind of changing its path as it gets closer. So hopefully it'll fix itself and go around the roundabout. I guess we could just do this to be sure that it's going to go all the way through. I will mess with that after this left turn is complete. So handling this perfectly right through the green light, really nice left turn. Everything's perfect. Like I said, this version's been very good for me. All right, we're approaching the roundabout. If you're enjoying these videos, please hit like and get subscribed. It helps the channel, it's free for you, and it's really appreciated. So why is this one of the most dangerous roundabouts in Michigan? Well, I guess there's a lot of accidents here. So humans are screwing this up all the time. It's a double lane roundabout. And yeah, we'll see. So we got the left turn signal on, which is technically the right thing to do. And look at that, just gliding right through the yield sign, which old beta would never do. You'd always have to hit the accelerator to get through. We're moving all the way through. It makes that lane change, which I'm not sure I would have done that. A little jerky there at the end. But then we do exit the roundabout. So, mapping. Oh, that was Apple Maps. That was an Apple Maps car. I've never seen that. So little kind of weird going around the roundabout, but that was such a vast improvement to compared to what I remember it doing last time. Just like all over the place, random, violent lane switches, me having to constantly hit the accelerator. So yeah, let's go back through. All right, so heading back towards the roundabout, instead of going all the way around, we're just gonna go straight through. We'll do a couple different approaches, so kind of some hard braking there, not really necessary. Not getting in anyone's way though. Going a little fast for this yield sign in my opinion, and then slowing. Okay, actually pretty good. If it would have timed that a little better, I think it could have made it into the roundabout, but that was the right move there. And then, wow, changing lanes, what the heck are you doing here? This is not correct. So now you're messing up after the first attempt being so good. And we're good to go, 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 go. All right, I gotta hit the accelerator. Gave it just a tap, and now we're moving through. So yeah, a little unsure here, you can tell, but it did recover pretty decently after that accelerator tap. So really weird lane change. I'm not sure I've seen a lane change like that where I've been completely stopped and then the car decides like, oh, I'm gonna change lanes, and then fixing itself by getting out of that right turn lane there. So let's give it a few more tries here. And of course, I'm not gonna track stats on this one because I'm just kind of randomly going through this roundabout here. All right, heading back over here, something I've wanted to show you guys. So the Sexy Buttons added this ability where you can start autopilot from here, which is really nice actually. If it wasn't for the videos, I'd probably put it in a slightly more convenient place, but yeah, I like that a lot. And then you can also, there's a setting so you can make it so you touch it and it'll adjust the speed up and down real quick, just as like a check-in. So yeah, I really like that. So stopping at the yield sign here, which is correct because there's people in our way. So sometimes you stop at yield signs, but sometimes you don't. Creeping forward, and we could have went, but yeah, there, go, go, go. That's awesome. Okay, that was, oh, keep going. What are you doing? Yeah, so it seems like when there's cars kind of nearby, the Tesla is still like a little unsure as to exactly what it needs to do. if those cars are going to be in our way or not. So yeah, still a little bit of work to do, but I will say this is still better than that old video. I'll link it above. Check it out because it was not good. All right, keeping the same destination in, so we'll have to do a full circle this time. So this will be the hardest one. There we go. It's got the directions in, and it wants to, yeah, you definitely want to stay in this lane. You don't want to move to the right. And so we got some traffic to wait for. That right turn signal is incorrect. I'm just going to turn it off. Just don't want to mess anybody up if we don't have to. So we got a big gap here. Like we need to, okay, there you go. I was going to say we need to move forward, and then a nice acceleration just into the roundabout. So don't change to the right. So this is where I like the yoke. I can just hold a hand here, and it can't go where I don't want it to. So a little bit of hesitancy. Oh yeah, that was terrible. Come on, man, what are you doing? There was nobody there, so I allowed it, but it's just going over the line too much. As you could see, it was moving into that right lane. If a car was there, perhaps it would have given us a little more guidance, so my car wouldn't have done that, but I also wouldn't have let it go that far. So it's always hard to tell in those scenarios. Let's do that same one again. All right, so we got the route, and this time it decides it wants to go into the right lane, which is incorrect. Moving back. So yeah, it's having a really hard time here in all of these scenarios, kind of deciding exactly where in the roundabout it wants to be in this double lane roundabout. To be fair, most of the roundabouts I use are single lane, which is maybe why I was having such a good time. Oh yeah, definitely time to go here. Go. All right, I got to tap the accelerator, and it wants to stop, so I got to keep hitting the accelerator. Got a right blinker on, which is totally incorrect. Hard acceleration. All right, yeah, I can't allow it to goof around this much. Okay, now it's doing all right. No, that's not good. All right, I took over. Yeah, just a little too much. I think it seems like maybe the turning is a little too sharp, and the car is having trouble with that full complete circle. Because yeah, the turning just, I don't know, it just seems like it's too sharp for it to really nail that down. All right, so now instead of the full circle, we're doing the third exit here. So this one will still have that part over there, kind of on the opposite side. It was messing up every time, but it won't have to continue that sharp turn. And I'm curious if it can handle it better because the turn won't continue being as sharp. So really hesitant moving up to the yield. Nicely stopping there though, that's the right move. And now we could go, and it's not. So I'm tapping the accelerator there because we just are going to be in the way of people. Yeah, it's just if there's cars anywhere near the roundabout, it's way more hesitant. So basically, like if you have an empty roundabout, yeah, so it's still like, I got to report that one. It's still definitely going over the lane line into that right lane. My only guess is because the turn's too sharp and it just doesn't want to make that. All right, let's attempt another full go around here. It's going to have to, oh, dang it, I have to put the route in again. Should pick it up pretty quick. There we go. So we'll turn that on. We'll have the full go about, the full roundabout here. And see how it does from this angle. So we know it was having trouble doing the full circle. So it is, so to its credit, it's good at waiting when there are cars. What it's bad at is going when there's room, because it thinks kind of everybody's going to be in our way. So we need to go like right now. Yeah, and it's just not going. So I have to tap the accelerator because someone's behind me. And I don't want to be in their way any more than I have been. And so this is really nice. It seems like sometimes this version's acceleration has been a lot more aggressive, which I like for the most part, but it seems like that hard, yeah, see, it just cannot stay in that lane. It seems like the hard acceleration that has been added to this version is also hampering those really tight turning maneuvers, which, I don't experience them that often, but in that scenario, what we're seeing there where you do, then you need to be able to back off the accelerator a bit. All right, so that first go was really impressive. The very first one we did where it went all the way, went to the third exit, not a full circle. Let's go straight across and see if it can kind of redeem itself a little bit here. But we can see it definitely still has work to do, but this is way better than, I think the last time I came, the video I didn't post, I think it was probably worse than the first time I came here. I just remember it was terrible. And this is at least, we have like one problem spot we've identified and then a little bit of awkwardness, but nothing where it's just totally screwing up randomly every time. The predictability is what we really need with beta. So you need to go, all right, I'm going to touch the accelerator here so we get out of the way. And yeah, we're stopping. Okay, well, maybe I should just shut up. Because now it's like, it's definitely getting worse. Like this is worse than when we first got here by far. So that was bad in the middle, and then it kind of redeemed itself, however it does that. So yeah, let me do one more through. I think we got a pretty good taste of what this is giving us here. This most dangerous roundabout in Michigan. I'll say it didn't crash, so you know that's good news. And we'll put in another destination. All right, so last one, we'll go through to the third exit here and see how it does. Yeah, very strange how it kind of has degraded as we've been doing this more and more. But yeah, so I don't really want to let it screw around in the roundabout this time. So hopefully it'll just do it correctly. We've seen, like on the first one, it can do it correctly with maybe a little bit of awkwardness. But it seems to be not the norm. Okay, so I think we're clear to go. You know, it's hard for me to tell, honestly. Okay, so now we're good. I did tap the accelerator there because it's just not moving. And I'm still tapping the accelerator because it does not want to move through. Now this is all the car, 100% beta. And then, yeah, we got a big burst of acceleration for just a second there. Yeah, I really think that the car is just kind of hitting it too hard and not sure exactly what to do there. All right, so I got a destination in here mostly just set towards where I want to get to. And we'll see how the car can handle it. So this time it's appropriate to be in this right turn lane. Or in the right lane, sorry, because we're going straight, and you can be in this lane for right or straight. And then, yeah, I don't know. If I was driving, I just would have went to get in front of that guy. Car is just being a little more cautious than a human, which, you know, is fine. And then we're good to go. So, see, it's having a really hard time deciding. And then I'm going to touch the accelerator because it's just not doing it. But just that tap allowed it to move through. And so, you know, it did get through the other side. So, yeah, not as impressive as I was hoping for. Some of the other roundabouts, you'll see them in some other videos. It can handle a lot better. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed this one. Any questions, comments, leave those down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And you will see me and Full Self Driving Beta in the next video.